And we are back, ladies and gents. If you just checking us out on this end, check for the part one where we discuss a little bit of the Kanye news, and we also touched on grief and loss and processing with losing our fallen ones. So back on this part two segment, we are going to discuss masculinity of men, the lack of masculinity, all things considered in our modern day culture. This was a topic that we wanted to talk about and address. It just really didn't fit with the episodes that we were putting out at the time. But Armand, man, if you want to start us off, we wanted to focus in general on just like TV, media, our culture. What's the state of men right now in 2016?
What? You sure you want to start with me?
You know what? We can go with Frank.
We need the conservative viewpoint, man.
We should go with Frank because Frank didn't.
I'm gonna be last because I gotta go to the bedroom.
Oh man!
But I got some.
Go ahead, Armand. It's on you, man.
Armand, you gotta go first, man.
Yeah, you gotta go first, now.
Listen, man. At the end of the day, I'm gonna get. I'm gonna be honest. This is 2 Cents podcast. You gotta be honest.
Please be honest.
I think these dudes are soft.
No FDA.
I think they cry and complain about everything. Like I look at it from a different perspective because I got my dad is in my life. You know what I mean? My dad is like, Barack Obama mixed with James Evans. So it's like he in between. So every time we were growing up, the stuff that he said to us was like 2 words, 5 letters, man up, man. Like, Don't worry about that. And I remember I cried when I was playing for the Mount Airy Banners. We lost to Oak Lane Wildcats. And it was like a big game, and I cried to the guys at 11. My dad was like, what you crying for? You do? Why you crying? They beat y'all, right? Was they better? I was like, yeah. He said, so next time you see what they did better and you work on it. If you're going to be plenty times in your life when you're going to lose something or somebody will be better than you, what you going to do, cry? Mm-hmm. There's no woman going to want to be with you, cry. He said, the man is always supposed to take the lead and be like, okay, baby, this is what we doing. No matter how much drama going on around, you're supposed to always stay steadfast and be like, all right, I got the man up. Baby, don't worry about it. We're going to do this. I'm going to do this now. Even though you feel like that crumble, you got to always be that dude. And I be seeing these dudes, they be writing letters and all this stuff online, talking about each other. And it's just like, I'm not from the internet age. So I don't know how these dudes be moving. They be very soft, killing themselves over a girl. They want to kill a girl because she don't like it. I just don't understand that stuff. And I understand that the complaining and whining so much. And I teach. So I teach young boys, and the way some of these young boys act, it's like the biggest problem I see in a lot of these schools is that there's no father at home. There's nobody telling them what my father told me, and and how to be a man, and how to not that they should be a man at that age, but how boys should control themselves. They should never just fall out on the floor and have a temper tantrum when you're 12, 13 years old. If you don't stand up. Like my dad would have told me that when I was 12. My football coach Coach Kenny would have never let any of us have a temper tantrum when he told us to go run. He went off. He lost his gasket. So I was raised up under that where all the men above me was aggressive because the world is real out here. So nobody don't care about little black boy crying or some dude whining and crying. They don't care about that. You better man up. Like, listen, 10,000 doors got shut in my face. So what?
I swear that's like a hashtag, yo.
Frank said the joint's a hashtag. Black boys crying.
Some Frank Ocean joint. Can't remember, but nah, man. No,
I think a part of it is why some of these girls you be seeing. Like, I don't know. I can't judge on nobody, but you have some girls that like evidently had kids. And now they don't even want to date guys no more. They are dating girls that want to be men. Like you feel like I know girls that had kids, they was in a relationship with men. But they so disgusting.
Yo, you with a progeny, yo.
They so disgusted with him. I'm gonna date a girl that wants to be him, but he's so low. I'm not even. You got dudes tricking. Like, how far have we come that I gotta pay shorty to sleep with me? Like, who does that? Like, I hear people talking online, like, yo, yo, I must be from Mars. Because
my scarf off.
I don't move like that. I listen to AZ too, so we listen to AZ. We cut little, we look at things totally different. When you cut from that cloth. But man, I don't know, man. I'm just seeing it. It's just getting worse and worse. But I think society don't want masculine men. They don't want them. I don't care if they're white, black. I think society is rejecting masculine men, and where you're more feminine and more emotional, I think you are embraced. Like nobody like Malcolm come out right now. No, he's gone. You never had somebody like that masculine man. Like that. They get rid of him. Society will reject them. They come to the point I can't even say that I like I'm attracted to women. Like, if I went out on TV and said, like, she got a body, oh my goodness, they don't say I'm offending her.
Right.
Yo, man,
but a gay guy can say he attracted to somebody else. Nobody will say nothing. They won't say anything. They're not going to criticize him for saying that.
All right, I remember you saying in a previous podcast, like the clear definition of gender roles is no longer like
It's messed up.
it's no longer facts.
Right.
It's like society is continuously trying to blur those roles, and it's really unfortunate. Like you said, you really can't say anything. You can't even compliment a woman, in the most respectful manner possible without the possibility of someone being offended. So I understand, where you're coming from, and I'm probably more conservative than my age would indicate when it comes to topics like this. But I wholeheartedly agree with your viewpoint on the state of where things are. I mean, it's it is really sad, and I don't want. Every time I make statements like this on the podcast, I feel like I'm some like conspiracy crazy person. But
no, man, you in good hands.
But no, man, it's like it's really it all comes from the media, man. It all comes from what we watch on TV. Like I watch different shows like How to Get Away with Murder or Empire, and it's just like just so much homosexuality. Just being flooded, in your living room, so.
My mom hate that.
And it's like, yeah, like you can be. I'm honestly okay with gay marriage, right?
Yeah.
But none of these TV shows are promoting marriage.
Right.
They're promoting
promiscuity.
Exactly, premarital sex, promiscuity, and things like that, and it's just so disheartening. Where it's like I don't want to see this. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. Why does it have to be so like just thrown in my face? And yeah, I mean it's just kind of
a whole bundle, man. You open up. Go ahead, Dan.
It's a shame for real. I have every last word to say. But I'm trying to pick my words wisely because I know I have it's an audience, and I don't want to be politically incorrect and start using profanity. But it's definitely that's why it's taking me time to think, because I have profanity in my head and a lot of cuss words and a whole bunch of other stuff I want to say. But it's a shame, and it's shocking because I've been saying this for over 10 years before they even put this out on social media, on media, because it's on media.
Right?
Excuse me?
You should write a book, right?
No, you should write a book, but we ain't on that topic right now. But it's more like they trying to push it to so we can accept it, because it's a lot of us now. Like I'm 33, 80s baby. You're 30. You're probably you're 80s babies, and we was raised in a different. We was the last of a dying breed to where real men. We was raised by we had men in our lives that was strong men, and I got body beat at 10. But this little boy that I know, he don't get body beat at all. He never even got punched he never got punched at all. Right. I'm like, yo, how you go through your whole 10 years and you never got hit by a man on an arm? Like on just a body arm.
Not abuse, but just love.
On some,
tough
just toughen you up. Yeah. He never experienced that, and it's like, what? This is a joke. So what's your hobby? His hobby is to watch YouTube, watch somebody else play games. That's reality for them. So it's like see, that society is pushing the physical aspect of being a man. It's like, no, it's not that no more. You don't go outside and play football no more. No, That's the selected few now. Now, what you have options. Now you get to stay in the house and watch cartoons, and you can watch cartoons all day long. Before we had selected options to where you can watch cartoons. Now it's like, oh, we got to watch cartoons anytime we want. Cartoon Network, baby, we good. And everybody got cable now. That's a natural thing.
Right.
So, and everybody got a game now. Everybody got a phone now. So you could do all these things, and the kid don't have to go home. Don't have to go outside. Don't have to get roughened up. And as far as the school's concerned, I'm gonna say it's this clip on YouTube and Facebook that's going out. And there's this lady. She's on a panel of the Black Caucasus, and they meet every year in Chicago. And this one black lady, she was talking about how in the school system, everybody's afraid of the child. The teachers are afraid of the child. The teacher can't do nothing to the child.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, the teachers are afraid of the child. The teacher can't do nothing to the child. The teacher can't go to the parent because the principal is afraid of the parent. Mm. And guess who the principal is also afraid of? It's superintendent. And the superintendent afraid of the parent because the parent won't sue if something happened to their child. So who runs the show? And guess who's scared of the kid? The parent. Everyone's scared of the parent. Yeah. And it's like, and the system set that up. The government set that up to where you can't abuse your kid. So-called, it's now it's abuse, but I call it discipline. So if I tell you sit in a corner, isolate a corner for 10 minutes, that's capital punishment. That's corporal punishment. How? I can't see that. Right. I was raised to go get a switch. Right. That's corporal punishment. You're telling me go get a weapon to spank my behind.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But sitting on the corner and holding books in your hand, that's corporal punishment. How? I don't understand. But the power been stripped from us. So now this kid that's been raised to where you don't get hit. I know kids that don't get hit, and they are like labeled. They are diagnosed with with disabilities because of the simple fact that you can't hit your kid, you can't discipline your kid. So now they spoil you. Yeah. Now they spoil you. Now they all over the place, man. But it's to the point where the masculinity of black people black men is at a high rate, man. They got their own show, and I'm not gay. I'm cool with a lot of them. You know what I'm saying I bang with them. They cool, but now it's to the point where they got their own network. They got their own. It
ain't even black men though.
Yeah, I think it's all across the board.
It's not even a race thing, man.
Yeah, it's not even about color, yo. It's like
and you know what? It really isn't. They just trying to push it, but guess what? They got more power than most groups. They got the most power. They got the most money. They got the most support. Because when they come out,
and I ain't even talking about the gays. Because the gays they don't like women. So they just, they in a whole other lane. I'm talking about the straight dudes that aren't masculine and they're whining. And check this out. Because the women don't even want the feminine. Women be talking that stuff that they want. Women, no female wants a feminine guy. Period. She won't cheat on him, cut him off. She don't want him. And they want masculine men, but it's not too many of them. That's why you hear so many women complaining. Complaining online is so high for women because it's like guys are. Because I work with women. I'm a teacher. I be hearing like he said that. I'm like a guy said that. I'm like that is like. Yeah. So you ain't called me. No, I couldn't sleep because you ain't called me. What?
Armand, before we got on, Brandon and I were talking about like with the masculinity of men also comes the masculinity of females. Mm-hmm. So I think you have to look at both, and it's kind of weird. And again, I was telling Brandon like a lot of this I see in like hip hop culture, rap culture, where you used to have a cat with 3-4 women around him, you know what I mean? He wasn't really like putting women on a pedestal or hoes on a pedestal. Sorry, but like nowadays, I mean, you have mainstream artists and they're just bowing down to these chicks. Drake, wanting to marry strippers. Like, why are you marrying strippers, bro? Like, they're not wifey material. Kanye, why are you wifing up? So I mean, and it's all good. Like I want to empower these women. Women want to be it's not labeled
No, I'm
for their
not doing that.
sexual
Yeah,
improprieties or whatever, and it's fine.
No, it's not fine.
I would love to
It's not
be
fine.
perspective. But at the same time, from a dude's perspective,